If I had the choice between using this or using one of those little guys, for safety, I'm picking this all day long. And the reason being, right, so the saw is spinning, and as it's spinning, it's cutting through the fibers. As we're pushing the saw through the wood, we always want to go in opposition of the rotation of the blade. If I'm going in the same direction of the rotation of the blade, now it becomes a projectile. So that's called kickback. Any little wobble or twist. Oh, there we go.
I know it well.
Yeah. So any little wobble or twist means that I'm catching the backside of that blade. Backside of the blade is actually moving in the same direction, so that will kick back. A little tiny saw, something small, the tendency is we're giving it a little bit less weight because it doesn't look as scary. So you just kind of blow through it and you're not really hanging on to it and you're not really paying attention, but it has no weight behind it and it can move and wobble really easily, and so it can kick back. And usually when it's going to kick back is I'm hanging onto a piece and I'm cutting. And so kickback is into this thumb. Kickback will also, if we're cutting this direction, kickback will also come up this way. So up into the thigh and across the thumb are really, really common injuries. With this saw, because it has so much weight, it doesn't want to move. Even when we do wobble or twist a little bit, it doesn't want to move. So it is actually safer. It's just intimidating looking. So my saw is going to be here. As I'm running this through, I don't need to complete the cut all the way through. I just need the highest point of that arc to exit the material. If anything goes wrong, if the blade feels like it's wandering, if it feels like you're hitting a pitch pocket for some weird reason, there's a piece of metal in there, right? It's a natural product. It's still man-made because it's been manufactured and it's this glue lamp. Something goes wrong, don't pull back on the saw because now we're creating that projectile, right? We're going the same direction as the spinning blade. Just take your hand off the trigger and just hold until the RPM comes all the way down and it stops, okay? What you'll notice as I'm cutting, I'm not gonna have two hands on the saw. I'm gonna start the saw off and I'm actually gonna dip my thumb into the fence there, and I'm actually gonna use my thumb as a guide to pull it nice and tight up along the fence there. On the saw itself, and it's heavy, I've got a button here. That's a little bit of a pain. Like, I've got big hands. I find this is even a little bit tricky. You've gotta press the button. I can pull this trigger all day long, nothing's gonna happen. So I have to press this button. What you'll notice is when you do kick this on, watch what happens to the saw. See how it jumps a little bit? So as it comes up to RPM really quickly, and it's gonna kick slightly. If we know that's gonna happen, we can compensate for it, okay? So really important that we know where the blade is. We're gonna start with the fence on our material, but we need to make sure the blade is well back of our piece. You don't want this coming to RPM inside the material or touching the material, okay? So I'm gonna start it up well outside my piece. So anything goes wrong, just hang on to it, okay? Not too bad? Beauty. So this is set up and we should be cutting about halfway through. Then we're gonna flip it over and cut from the other side as well. So the reason why we're trying to aim for midpoint and not take as much as we can is in case we get any blade deflection, the blade won't do a full pass. So I know I have to flip it. So I want as little blade deflection as I can get. I'm gonna flip it and try and find midpoint and hopefully nail right in the center. Because I walked this back a little bit and I'm not exactly that 140, now I'm sort of shooting in the dark. But you guys are gonna do better, right?